Hello, and what we're going to do today is look at how we fill water into BluSnap. Before I walk you through a demonstration of filling water, I should start by showing you the different units that make up our water reservoir. The first piece you should familiarize yourself with is this knob at the bottom. This is the valve that controls whether the reservoir is connected to the filter or not. Right? And this, if you turn it counterclockwise, it opens. Clockwise, it's closed. I'm going to leave it closed for now and I will tell you why in a minute. What I'm also going to do is go ahead and open the unit up. I'm going to pull out this filter and call your attention to what's inside the unit. If you look in carefully, you will be able to see a small hole right in the middle. And what that hole is for is to allow the water to seep from the reservoir into this filter here. So you see the sponge in yellow color. This sponge needs to get wet. The sponge forms a U around the actual cooling filter, and the cooling filter will wick the water from the sponge. So the hole that you see here is how the water makes its way from the reservoir onto this filter. Now once the water is out, it can make its way out of the unit. So what we asked you to do is keep that valve closed unless you are riding. So any time other than when you're riding, keep the reservoir valve closed. So I'm going to put this unit back in. I'm going to put this back in here for a second. What I'm going to do now is fill water into BluSnap. So the flap on the left side is where the water inlet is located. You will see an airdrop on top of this form here. So you can open up this flap, it's hinged so that you can lift up just the flap and you will be able to see the water inlet. So the water inlet is a narrow pipe that goes all the way to the reservoir that's located at the bottom. What I'm going to do now is slowly fill water into the water inlet. It's important to do this slowly because the pipe is narrow and you can end up having air bubbles. So I'm going to do it as slowly as I can. I keep watching to see if the water level is rising. So you can see that the water level has come up here, but it is possible that there are still water bubbles. So what I'm going to do is go ahead, close this, and one more thing that I can show you when this is closed is once you have this locked, this closed and the valve locked, there is no risk of water spillage. So you can turn the unit over and you will see that no water is going to spill. So now we've filled water into BluSnap and you're good to go. All you need to do is, just before you start riding, maybe around the time you turn on the ignition, just open this valve here. Before you turn on your BluSnap, open this valve here, which is going to allow water to seep into the filter. So we showed this video with the BluSnap unit detached from the helmet, just so the video is easier for you to see. You could have done the water filling with the unit attached to your helmet. Now there's an optional thing that you can do in case you want to increase the cooling time. Let's say you're going on a long ride on a highway or you have a long commute. You might want the cooling to come for longer, in which case you can try this technique. What you can do is you pull out your filter and wet this filter separately. So I'm going to leave it here and just pour water onto it. It's as simple as that. You will see that the filter is wet to the touch and you can put it back into the unit. Don't worry about droplets of water. Your unit is very safely protected against water and it's protected to a very high degree. So you don't have to worry about these drops of water. There's absolutely no need to panic. Now you can put your top cover back in and you're good to go. Since the filter is wet, you will get instant cooling and you can turn on the valve whenever you need to once you start riding.